Hello, my lovely YouTube friends. This is Gypsy here. It is Christmas Eve where I am currently in Australia, and it's midnight, and I was just about to perform my holiday healing and release ceremony that I do at the end of every year, and it just uses time to sit and reflect, and I thought that perhaps you might be interested in doing it with me. So I thought I'd record myself doing this with just a bit of a voiceover so it's not too distracting, and if you would like to join me and participate, that's fine. So I'll lead you through. So as we all know, this time of year is a very, very magical time of year. It's a time for family and togetherness and all the sparkly tinsel things and flashing lights. There's lots of food, lots and lots of food, so what's not to love, right? Well, well, we all feel pressure, a bit of extra added pressure at this time of year, and we also feel a bit of pressure to spread that Christmas cheer, despite the struggles that might come up during the holiday season. For some of us, it might be family members who don't get along, so that can add a little extra pressure this time of year. For some of us, it might be broken down relationships. For some of us, it's added financial pressure. Some of us might be affected by illness. For example, last year my father was very, very ill, and that put a bit of extra added pressure on for us to ensure that it was, like the best Christmas ever, because we knew that it was going to be his very last, and the last with all of us all together. So Christmas this year, for me, brings a lot of grief and feelings of loss. And tomorrow I'll be sitting in an empty chair for my dad. So that'll be a new experience for me. Of course, loss comes in many forms, whether it be loss of a loved one, loss of your health, loss of relationships, lost jobs, lost opportunities, lost self-worth. That's another thing. Sometimes this time of year, during reflection, we can feel a little down on ourselves. So I often take this time to sit and reflect. I do this many times throughout the year, but particularly at the end of the year, on all the experiences that I've had throughout the year. During this process, it can be quite easy to compare our own experiences with others. So try to be mindful not to do that. Like perhaps your sister, married the man of her dreams this year while you're navigating your way through a nasty divorce. Perhaps you're struggling week to week, to make ends meet and put food on the table, and your girlfriends are jet setting all over the world and planning group vacations to Thailand, Bali, the Bahamas, and you can't go because, times are tough. Perhaps your cousin Candace has lost half of her body weight and got a promotion, and you can't even get your fat ass out of bed most days because you're crippled with anxiety or depression. Sometimes some people can't even find the motivation to get up and shower. Some people really neglect themselves when they're in that really yucky headspace, and most of us have been there at some time or another. So whatever yucky feelings that you've got about 2018 or trauma from 2018, those feelings are no longer serving you, so let's just release them together now. So in order to do that, the first thing that I do is I really take some time to just acknowledge what those feelings are. So I'll just give you a moment to think about your own experiences from 2018 and what they are, just so that you can become really familiar with them. So I'll just be quiet for a minute so you can do that. So each and every one of these experiences, they help us, they help us to gain wisdom and strength. You know, I always say those who have experienced the greatest of darkness, they're the ones that shine the brightest, at least in my experience anyway. Life's not easy. It's constantly presenting us with more and more challenges. But you know what? These challenges are essential. They're essential chapters in our lives, in our life's journey. You know, to get us where we're going. It's our experiences that make us who we are. So I just want you to take another moment now to think about the lessons. Think about the lessons that you've learned from these experiences. The wisdom and strength that you've gained from these experiences. So let's just take a moment now just to think about those type of things that we've gained from these awful, horrible experiences. Let's think about the good. Now that we can acknowledge them and acknowledge what they've given us, now we can release them, we can thank them. So we say thank you, horrible yucky feelings that gave us so much wisdom throughout the year. I release you. So let's just release them now. While I have you here, let's send out some healing. Let's send out some healing, love, or prayers to anyone who might be doing it tough this Christmas. Anyone feeling lonely? Anyone working through their own trauma? Anyone without a Christmas feast or a warm place to lay their head tomorrow? Or, you know, the day after if you're somewhere else in the world? So let's just collectively send some love and prayers to them all now. So I'll give you a moment just to do that. And finally, let's just think about what we'd like to bring in and attract in 2019. What would bring you the most joy of anything? What achievements would you like to accomplish? What is the thing that will make you shine your brightest? Let's call that in now. Thank you for joining me. Blessings to all and a very Merry